Hey, what's going on? In the practice range. This video should only take about 4 or 5 minutes. It won't be too long. So yeah, I'm gonna explain what the problem with linear ramp is, because right now I know a lot of people like linear ramp, but some people, most people, from my experience, don't like it. And here is why. Linear ramp in Overwatch is currently broken or bugged or something. And I felt this when I first started playing on it. I played on it for about 12 hours, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And so I went to the forums to ask, anybody if they had the same issues I was having, and somebody had already figured out what was wrong. Or they thought they figured out what was wrong. I think they're right. It feels like they're right. And what it is, okay. So you gotta explain what I need to explain, like how linear ramp works in other games. Okay. And this is just me taking from his post, essentially. So, I need to give credit where credit is due. I'll link the Reddit link if you want to read his post. Like, the Reddit link has the link to the Battle.net forums, where the guy, explained what the fuck was going on. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna link the Reddit link because that's where I found it. In most games, say for example, the dead zone is 10% of your inner range of motion. So for that entire range of motion, there will be no input. It is just dead. It's hence dead zone. At 11% of your inner range of motion, you will have 1% of your maximum sensitivity. In most games with linear ramp, that just makes sense. That makes it to where you can have those fine, accurate micro adjustments too. Because your sensitivity starts at 1% of whatever your sensitivity is. Like, your movement starts at 1% of whatever your sensitivity is. However, in Overwatch, using the same example, 10%, at 11% of your range of motion, your movement will jump to 11% of your maximum sensitivity. It completely skips that other 10% and goes right to 11, which is why it feels so jerky, Doesn't that make sense? Like, think about what I just said, or read it, or whatever, and think about what your experience with linear ramp. Isn't that what it feels like? That it goes from setting to just fast, like almost instantly, and it's very hard to make fine micro adjustments with it because of that. It just makes sense. And I think that's what the issue is. I think the devs didn't account for the dead zone, being a dead zone, and treated the movement that it was even in the dead zone as a multiplier to your sensitivity. Once again, I'll link the post so you can read it. So if my explanation didn't make sense, you at least have that to go off of. And yeah, once again, I'm only posting this because I googled, I YouTube searched, linear ramp broken, and nobody had made a video about it yet. Even though there's like posts on the forums explaining what's wrong, I thought it'd be helpful if people who went to YouTube could like have somebody explain to them what was wrong and then find the post themselves. Because not everybody uses Reddit and the forums, but almost everybody who plays video games uses YouTube. So, yeah. And as for me, as a player, I was using linear ramp, but I've since stopped because it just doesn't feel right. And so I had somebody ask me, okay, well, what are you using now then? Oh, now I got used to linear ramp enough to where like it made me remember what shooters are supposed to feel like, and I have like literally more than doubled my sensitivity. When I went back to dual zone, because dual zone felt so clunky and unresponsive at the lower sensitivity, I had to change it. And currently I am playing on 100, 100, 100, 100 dual zone, and that feels very good to me right now after playing on linear ramp for a couple of hours, for half a day. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I hope the forum, if I was not helpful, I hope the forum post that I'm linking is helpful. And have a nice day.